Too many possessions. Small-time crook Harry Doyle describes to a priest the events which have led to his current spell of lengthy imprisonment. As you listen to the story, try to identify where the author has used apostrophes to indicate missing letters. Also, where the author has used apostrophes to indicate whether a possessor is singular or plural. Harry's confession will be concluded in the next episode.
When I was a kid growing up on our estate, the local priest was like God. My mother worshipped the ground he walked upon, though I reckon the old man was always a bit jealous. Dad was a drunkard and resented the adoration which he felt should have been coming his way. Needless to say, I followed my old man's example. I'd always had a hankering after the bright lights and glitzy glamour of the big city, so I headed for London's famous West End. Of course, things turned out different, and I ended up in a dreary rundown part of the East End where the local kingpin was a geezer called Mr. Punctuation. Fancied himself as being a cut above the rest, but he was just another little Hitler, dictating his orders, even down to the humble apostrophe.
Going down the club later on, Harry? Dolores, the new barmaid, she's mine. The boss's. That's boss apostrophe S, Harry, to show possession, if you know what I mean.
I knew what he meant.
And your name, Harry? That's apostrophe A, to show omission. Keep your hands off, Dolores, or it'll be more than just the H from your name that gets dropped, if you get my drift.
I got his drift all right. That was just like Mr. Punctuation. Even if you got it first time, he still had to spell it out. Him and Dolores, that's a story on its own, but I'll come back to that next time. One day, he says to me, out of the blue,
"Too many possessions is bad for the soul."
For a minute, I thought he's gone stark staring mad. What with all the Art Deco cluttering up his pad and the bling cluttering up the lovely Dolores' neck. But then he suddenly explained.
"So we're going to spread a bit of spiritual enlightenment. You know that jeweller's on the high street?"
Well, it fell into place like a diamond tiara. I could definitely see the light.
"Take Billy, Slow Alec, and some of the part-time boys with you. We'll cut the take as follows. So, listen up, and listen up good. You don't want to get this down wrong, 'cause any errors here could cost somebody their life. Well, for starters, the part-time boys' share ain't none of your business. Billy's share's 10%. Harry's share's 10%. Slow Alex's share's 5%.
No need to ask why they called him Slow Alec, and no need to ask where the other 75% was going either. I didn't hold out much hope for the part-time boys.
And Harry, when you're done, come straight back here. I've got another little job for you, and it's got to be done tonight."
He looked darkly at a photograph of Dolores, and then showed me the way to the door. God help me, Father. I wish I'd kept walking.
To be continued.